for me, I'm a teacher trainer, and currently, as a teacher trainer, I've been able to train teachers on digital literacy skills, on 21st century skills. And apart from that, I'm also a part-time founder, CEO of Women in STEM Initiative, an innovative education organization that seeks to empower, educate, and engage girls and young women to take up STEM for economic development and empowerment. And my full day is also the fact that I'm a mom. I'm a single mom of 3 babies. I'm 35 years old. I feel honored. I feel privileged. It has actually come as a surprise because I received the message when I was away from Kenya. I was in Addis Ababa celebrating the first Pan-African Conference on Women and Girls Education in Africa. And when I received that message, I felt it was such a big honor and really privileged to be part of the top 40 under 40 in Kenya. Yeah, it's such a great honor. Thank you so much. Okay, I think it's the passion I have for girls empowerment. I come from a background of teaching. I taught for a period of 8 years, and in my teaching, I realized that there's a huge gap when it comes to girls' performance in STEM subjects. Yeah, so I quit teaching, formal teaching, and I started my organization. So as the founder, I feel happy when I see girls empowered in STEM education, digital literacy, and 21st century skills, because I want to see a girl who is confident to take roles, a girl who is a critical thinker, and one who is digitally literate. And that is what we do at Women in STEM Initiative. We are providing girls with the skills, the know-how, and the ability to engage with stakeholders, and even ensure that girls, once they finish high school, once they graduate from high school, and they prepare themselves for the university, they prepare themselves as confident beings. Yeah, so that we have girls who are critical thinkers, girls who are self-efficient and able to approach life irrespective of if they get jobs or not. So as Women in STEM, we are molding a girl who is confident to face life challenges, yeah, so that they are able to fit in the 21st century world. Okay, so as a founder of Women in STEM Initiative, we have been going to schools to do mentoring, mentorships to girls in high schools. I'm talking to them, providing guidance and counseling on the different STEM career pathways, because as at now, we are in the 21st century, and this century requires our girls to be digitally literate, our girls to be focused in the essence that they are able to take up the STEM pathways. STEM basically because there are so many opportunities out there that are waiting for girls to take, and we need to create this awareness. As a STEM mentor, I need to create this awareness to the students in the different schools. So I'm using a team of trainers who are actually students from the university, from different universities across Kenya, and we're using these to use them as real trainers and mentors to go and talk to these girls and to enlighten them on the need for STEM and the many opportunities that will be open for them if they take the pathway of STEM. Yeah, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we want these girls to be aware that it's possible for a girl to make it in STEM. I was privileged to be actually nominated as a youth edu innovator in the previously in the Addis Ababa, the African Union conference that just ended on Friday. So through this, basically they were looking for someone who has been able to provide real work and real positive strides in the continent, actually in Africa. So I represented Kenya basically because we have been able to reach out to many girls and even increased the number of girls in the university taking mechanical engineering class. So when you go to a mechanical engineering class in the first in Kenyatta University, you're going to see an increase in the number of girls taking the mechanical course of mechanical engineering. So this is a success because we are now able to reach out to more girls to take STEM, because we want girls who are able to fit in these male-dominated fields, because there will be many opportunities for these girls. We have few girls who are now part of our trainers. Yeah, we want them to be that as far as they have done, yes, the mentorship, and they have now been able to go to the university to do the STEM courses, we want to bring them on board as STEM um, mentors, even for the other girls, because we are moving around Kenya really fast. And yes, this is a success story, and yes, this is going to be more effective even as we continue to encourage more girls in the STEM careers. So I've said I'm a single mom. So one of the challenge is basically being able to balance, to provide a balance between motherhood, provide a balance between my career and also my organization. So I have to balance all three and also to be excellent in all. So these are challenge because it has not been easy at first, because when I traveled to Addis Ababa, I left a 2-year-old. Yeah, I left two other kids, and I was there and I was told my kids have been chased from school. Yeah, because of school fees. I got late in paying the school fees, so it's a challenge, but I was able to navigate my way through. So as a woman, um, you have to do a lot of balancing of these things, because you want to give the best for your kids and also for your organization and even for what you're doing. And I believe that it's only through passion. When you're passionate about something, nothing can come in as a stumbling block. Well, the major setback was when it dawned on me that I'm now a single mother. Yeah, it became a challenge because I didn't see it coming. We were doing well with the father of my kids, and a time came when I realized that it's like I'm forcing him to to marry me, or to make things formal or official. And but he was not really for it, even after having three babies through the cesarean section. It was actually terrible, because I was at a time where now these are three kids, these are your kids, and you are not willing, you are still moving out. Yeah, so it became a really challenge. Yeah, and we separated, and he said he's not going to finance anything for the children. You have gone, just go like that. And if you want me to support these kids, I'm supposed to stay with them. Yeah, and I will still marry. And so I felt, no, my kids cannot go like this. So that was actually the major challenge I had, but I was able to pull myself together. I talked to my kids. I went for some therapy, yeah, just for some mentorship, and also just to help me analyze my current situation. But so far so good. I cannot complain. Now my doors are opening, and yeah, right now I'm at the nation meeting, and it's something I can't even imagine. This is the same girl who was really crying last year, but here I am. I'm happy. Yeah, yeah. I think it's actually God. Yeah, it's God. Yeah, actually, yes, there is, because when it comes to finances, you want to finance your trainers. At times, you don't have the money, so you go there yourself. Yeah, because it's something that I'm doing it voluntarily, but for them, they need something to keep it going. So when it comes to finances, we are facing some challenge, but so far so good. Still applying grants here and there, yeah, and still pushing the dream. Yeah. The key achievements, the same thing that I asked the one who nominated me for the Edu Innovator. I asked, how did I apply? And he told me, you're doing great, but you can't see it. Yeah, people are seeing what you're doing, but you can't see it. And that's how they got me on a database. Yeah, so I think it's the same thing that happened here. Yeah, you might be doing something and you feel like you're doing it, but nobody notices. Yeah, but there's someone out there who may be seeing what you're doing. And yeah, so I think it's all just being positive about what you're doing and trusting God and doing it with all your heart. That is what actually has brought me here. For me, measuring impact is all about going out to the universities to see how is the trend. Is there an increase in the number of girls in the STEM courses? Yeah, and that's a positive trend, and that tells me that yes, we are now increasing the number of girls in the STEM career pathways, and also want to see that these girls, once they finish the university or even college, are these girls digitally literate? So when we have more girls in the digital space, we know that we have done good as Women in STEM initiative. Yeah, because we are now providing a 21st century modeled woman. Yeah, my long-term goal is to have a big center in different parts of Kenya. We want to have a hub in Kisumu. We want to have a hub in Embu. We want to have a hub in Mombasa. Yeah, so in different centers, and then we'll be able to train girls once they finish high school. We'll have a cohort of girls in the different centers across Kenya. Yeah, and we are basing on the girls because we want these girls to take up the male-dominated careers. We want these girls to come out confident with their own abilities. We want them to be empowered because as women in STEM, we are empowering, we're engaging and educating girls to take up STEM for economic development. We want them to be economically developed and also be able to fit in a model 21st century world. Yeah, and they are able to even move to the other countries across the world and fit in. Yeah. For sustainability, we are doing this through the digital literacy courses. We are providing computer packages at a fee and also providing advanced computer at a fee. And that one is going to be what is going to sustain the organization. But for this other part on nonprofit, we are moving to schools to create awareness on the STEM education and the STEM career pathways. And that's what we do because I've been a teacher. I have the certificate of teaching. I have the ability to even approach Semastia. We've been in talks with Semastia, and we are now able to come up with a solid curriculum on how to provide a STEM design, yeah, for the mentorship courses, yeah, for students. Actually, I'm excited about a project we're going to be doing with UNESCO. I was in talks with one of the officials of UNESCO in Addis Ababa last week, and she hinted about a project that they want to start in Kenya on STEM education for girls. It was a coincidence. Yeah, so we're in talks with that, and it's something that we're going to be doing, and it's something that is coming up. It's in the cooking. Yeah, so it's great. Yeah. I have so much. I'm also the vice president of an organization called Wisdom Africa. Wisdom Africa is an organization of different ladies from across Africa, but we have it's based in Gambia, in the Gambia. So we are using that wisdom as we are different mentors from different parts of Africa. We have come together with the same goal to increase the number of girls in STEM. Yeah, and apart from that, I'm also the head of African Women's Network in STEM of an organization in Spain called the Alliance STEM Africa Education. And in that, the one in charge of networking to bring together the different STEM enthusiast schools that are willing to have STEM clubs and all that. So I'm in charge of that in Kenya. Yeah, and apart from that, I'm also the founder. Yeah, and a mother. So how do I balance and how do I provide personal time? I have to create time for my kids. Remember, I'm the mom and the dad of these kids, and they want to see me happy. They don't want to see mommy sad. They don't want to see me stressed. So we move out if it's time for us. So maybe Saturdays we normally do strolling. We stroll a lot. Yeah, we also go and visit their grandmother. They have time to even go to the garden and just do some things in the garden and just to make them happy. Yeah, and also do shopping. Yeah. A woman should know that it's possible for a woman to multitask. That is the gift that God gave women, that we are multitaskers. We can do so many things at the same time. I'm here cooking, I'm here doing the homework with my kids, I'm here preparing something for my organization, I'm here doing reporting. So it's all things we are multitaskers, and women should never lose hope. Always be prepared because you don't know what happens tomorrow as a woman. I didn't know that I would be a single mom. Never at one, because my firstborn is 11. I never knew at one point that I would be a single mom. Yeah, and it has come to me as actually as a surprise. But I'm happy because I was somehow prepared in the mind, and that's why I empowered myself through education. Yeah, so a woman should be positive about being educated. Yeah, the 21st century woman should be able to stand for her rights. Yeah, if you feel this is something that is wrong, just accept it. You don't have to be swayed by the different things or even be emotional about things because this might even in the long run affect you, your health, and your ability to live. Yeah, so be strong as a woman. Remember, you are a multitasker, and in everything give thanks to God. Yeah. The personal routines is not losing hope. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't lose hope. If you're passionate about something and you know it deep within you that this is something I'm passionate about, don't lose focus. So I'm really focused about where I want to be 30 or 40, even 50 years from now. Yeah, I want to keep that focus. And that's actually something that I learned from my late father. He was very focused about what he was doing until when he left a clear legacy for his grandchildren and great grandchildren. So I want to remain focused. I want to work hard like my mom. She's a really hard worker. As a widow, she has been able to do so many things between the time my dad passed on until now. This remarkable effort. So remain focused and be willing to be passionate about what you hold. Dreams are valid. Yeah. I actually got pregnant when I was in the university in my third year, just going to fourth year, and that was actually a turning point. Having to juggle between studies and then motherhood comes, and then here is a man. You don't know whether it's your husband or your boyfriend or what. So to me, it was so many things in one, but I passed. In my university, I got a second upper I never expected. Yeah, and things became worse because this man felt, no, this lady in the village or doing other take care of your kids. No, but I refused. So I decided to do my masters and got a lot of challenge with my masters because here comes another stumbling block. He doesn't want me to do my masters. I saw those are so many red flags actually in my journey. And if I was to do something differently, probably I wouldn't have been this guy. Maybe I would have maybe learned him better without engaging further, even giving him more babies. Yeah, because the first baby comes, I see a long trend of cheating and infidelity. Second baby, the same man, the same thing, and then here comes another baby, the third baby, a girl. And so this guy has actually taught me a lesson that I should be very keen when it comes to maybe in relationships and dating and all that. Yeah, so before I maybe settle in, maybe later in life, there's something that I'll be very keen about. Not to move with emotions or yeah, just to be very keen with relationships. We need to be very focused. The need for me to talk about focus is because without focus, we cannot be able to navigate through the next level. Yeah, so when you're focused, you know where you're going, you know what you want to do in life, you know what tomorrow looks like. So it's all about being focused. And if I was focused, maybe while in the university, I wouldn't have been maybe going through the challenges I've gone through. Yeah, because I've actually gone through a lot of challenges. Yeah, but remaining focused is key. My motivation comes from my ability to just seek the word of God, just to listen to the men of God talking about faith and faith being able to move mountains, and even the fact that you're able to speak to these dry bones in your life, and these dry bones can come to life. Whatever you profess is what comes, actually. So, whatever you talk about is what will eventually be. Yeah, so I am positive about speaking positive about who I am, positive about being a single mom. I don't want to take it as a mountain. Yeah, so whatever you talk in your life is what becomes. So I'm very keen with my words. Yeah, and that is what gives me the courage to face life's challenges. I know I'm such a workaholic. Hobbies, I love a lot of shopping. I love shopping, shopping for clothes, shopping, doing home shopping, and I also just love spending time with my family. My children give me a lot of joy just to see them moving around the house. It gives me a lot of happiness. Yeah, so shopping and just staying with my kids and going to church. Okay, my main role model is called Jockey. Joki is one of the ladies. She's actually the founder of Ustawi Hub, and she's someone who we met online. We have not never met actually physically, but she has been a very um, a real role model to me because she has been the one pushing me that Carol, you have to do it. Carol, if you have an assignment, you have to send it. Yeah, if she said, if you, I was actually preparing um, for a pitch that was done at the Strathmore University last month, and I almost felt I'm not qualified for this, but Jockey was there to tell me that you have to go for it. So she's actually very passionate about how she empowers young ladies like me. She's old, but she's very, very good when it comes to empowering the young generation, the young ladies, young females. To me, she's a real mentor. Yeah, I look up to her because she has a big organization doing well in Nanyuki, and she's also positive about giving back to the society by mentoring the young um, millennials, yeah, and Gen Zs. Yeah. What you need to know that you don't know about Caroline is that Caroline fears planes. I fear heights. I really fear heights, and yeah, I fear planes. Yeah, I was fearing. Yeah, the time I was going to Addis Ababa. Yeah. No, it was I went there 22 years ago. As a young girl, my dad was a diplomat. So going back after 22 years, created so many memories, but I was afraid of what would happen and all that. So, yeah, I fear heights. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. I'm so honored. I thank God. Yeah.